better side during EPL thus far. We will be checking in with some of those stats that Blair was highlighting a little bit later in the piece, but right now we need to focus towards the B bomb site. Rez is going to call top mid clear. That means Plopsky is going to have all the pressure applied when this U2 comes teaming over.
He's up against all 5 here. Utility will be deployed momentarily. Plopsky will be backed up by Hampus. The smoke will be dropped, and Hampus, he'll be overran here. This is actually going to be a very difficult round to push back on because the T's are flooding the bomb site. Wonderful will crack it open, and this is the first frag in favor of Team Spirit. NiP will find one. That's S-Tag towards Patsi. Bomb to be planted. Rez coming through the back lines here.
And he's been spotted now. Exchange with Chopper. Chopper trying to reposition here. They do have to worry about Brolin and S-Tag coming through the kitchen, but Rez, if he can be the danger man, if he could have done anything before Siren got involved, Brolin hits the deck, the Goosh comes through, Rez is dead, and now it's just S-Tag. Last man standing, the only Dane in the server. Let's see what he has to say about this.
Yeah, it seems like he might be done for, I'm afraid. Maybe a 1 kill will be found. A chance for a double. Yeah, very nice shot indeed. But the headline rings that Team Spirit will be picking that first one up. 1-0, and the force buy pretty much confirmed here as well on the CT side. S-Tag picks up the scout. Is the team sniper. For better or for worse, he's still getting into that role and having some very good performances, some quiet ones. It's a little inconsistent, but it's going to have to be red hot today to stand a chance against Mr. Wonderful.
Well, just like the team at the moment, right? You heard the desk there highlighting some of the woes with NiP, but they're this squad who, when they always had well, we don't want to say a standing, let's call it a substitute, that they had LNZ or ZTR or one of these names they had standing from the academy. They even had the Orpa Fozy chip on him for a while there. They always would surprise, but now this is their stable roster. This is what they've settled upon. They've got the prized possession of Brolin in their squad, and here into ESL Pro League for Season 16, things have not been going swimmingly at all, and either for S-Tag. He's been smoked off, completely obscured. A nice, tiny gap there to work with, but a good execute.
Saving already, Chad.
Yeah, do the double dip, we like to call this one.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely called for. If S-Tag got a couple of frags, or sorry, a couple of tags intact, that would have been fine, but nothing to speak of. The bomb planted, you're smoked out. So one of those rounds where they're not even really looking for exits here, really. Could be the fabled unicorn round, Chad.
It might be favorable for the likes of Chopper and Siren to try and hunt with just these MAC-10s. Not necessarily the worst to lose, but yeah, you bang on. We don't see the unicorn offer, and there's a reason it's called the unicorn round. Likely to see no deaths here, unless somebody sticks around a little bit too long with the bomb. Oh,
there it is.
Okay, well, there's a kill. And that's what you need from the Doctor. The Hampus, he's in. Maybe he's arrived a little bit late, but you know, the doctors, they like to keep everybody in the waiting room. Gonna scoop up that Galil, and that's a massive find. He's being bodyguarded here by multiple members of the squad, so Hampus will retain that with the scout, the upgraded pistols, the armor, the U2. Okay, round 3, we can have a conversation now.
It's a little bit spicy, isn't it? Might want to give the Deagle over to S-Tag to give him a better sidearm. That's an option for him, or just keep it for himself.
A bitch to go with the Bosch,
exactly,
as it were.
That would work out nicely. For now, though, he'll hold on to that silenced default pistol. And round 3, just as palpable, to be honest with you. It's always going to be dangerous, and a bit more firepower behind it as well. A bit more bites with that Galil. As Hampus, the captain, will be wielding it. It's the scout towards the mid-window this time, and Hampus holding on to the utility in middle.
Okay, well, could just go for it. Very similar round as the previous here. The U2, the wall it goes. They are setting up the multiple Molotovs, one in towards Sandwich, towards the site. The boost over is the gap that Hampus is trying to work with here, and you can see
it's a nice one.
He has something to work with. More utility, though, the later second wave. Chopper spotted with the bomb. It's loose now, in towards the smoke. It's going to get chaotic. Patsi dives into Brolin's grasp as well, and this one falling apart of the seams for Spirit.
It really is. This is problematic, and then some. Rez will find the third frag here. Still yet to post a kill on the T side. They're in a 5 versus 2. Wonderful and Magics. Wonderful sub-30 health as well. 3 players towards CT spawn. The bomb in no man's land. And they'll just wait and see if any opportunities will arise, any flanking players they can take down and give themselves some sort of point of access here, because right now they've got nothing. The boost was everything there, Chad. With the Galil especially, it was a dream setup. Couldn't have more vision. The bomb gets dropped in a very awkward spot. Magics.
Yeah, you should have seen that.
Might be on the old black bars there.
Still a couple of players out there using the, well, we'll call them blinkers, not horses, but for the players, they like to be laser focused, and Magic's looking for a kill. We'll find it. Cops a ton of damage there, and at this point, maybe you just want to save these AKs.
Might have to. NiP alive and kicking. It was the right choice to save the weaponry after the fumbled round in the second. Brolin, the perfect position. Completely nullifies any efforts to retreat and save, at least towards T-spawn. 13 seconds remain now. They need to be very careful they don't die after the time, which is looking like, I dare say Magic's might want to get out of the position just to thwart that. I think Brolan's got this kill, no problem, but there it is. Should be fine now. They are going to be chased. We've got Hampus towards the Palace position, but he's not pushing just yet. There we go. So they will hold on to their finances, their AK-47s, and they can buy up somewhat. It won't be a full buy on the T side, but they'll have something.
Wonderful could drop an AK here. So if he drops an AK, they're going to have 5 AK-47s and a few players skimp on util. So better than it could have been otherwise, but still a nice round for NiP to win. And you saw that second wave of util coming past Hampus on the boost right there. I think Chopper was maybe 1 or 2 paces ahead of that.
Yeah, I think he might be right there. So, bit of a default setup. We have got S-Tag on the AWP, and he makes it sing in this first round. First real gun round, I should say. And you'll see him take down Patsi, one of the key players in the Team Spirit machine. Good smoke as well, trying to retreat here, get out cleanly, if possible.
I want to get away now as Magix is trying to initiate onto A. We'll take down Brolin. S-Tag gets another. Still, hidey hole of the underpass is finding more success. There's a full rotation starting to be called for NiP, but it's a little bit quick.
Yeah, those are confident and assertive frags at the start of the round, really dictating the pace. Drops down towards the underpass, smokes it off, finds that second as well. Really nice stuff from him. 4 on 3 in favor of the Ninjas here.
Be very careful. What is this from S-Tag?
This is what I'm talking about. Once he gets going, he can be very dangerous indeed. That's a lovely little sequence.
He's just jump clearing chair and showing his head top mid and still pulling off a shot like that. So this is a fantastic start from the AWPA on a map where can be their absolute playground. Bomb drop top mid. Just Magix again, hoping to keep that KD stat line looking positive, because he's not going to go down here if he just waits out the next 40 seconds, can hold on to the AK again. We might have a little bit of elevator music filling to do.
It's funny how a couple of days, Chad, completely changes the tone of the tournament, especially for Ninjas. They were kind of in everyone's top 3. Team Spirit would have been the underdogs, but after what we've seen the last couple of days, the conversation is leaning towards, well, if NiP can somehow win this one, they might have a chance going forward. But that's the tone now. It's completely shifted. They've been looking solid the last few months. There's something not clicking at this event.
And Endpoint have helped out today a lot as well,
Absolutely,
right? They've really done a favor for the likes of themselves, Fnatic, Spirit, and NiP. Because the top of the group was starting to look like it was consolidated there with the likes of Na'Vi and Vitality. But now, look, it's unlikely that Na'Vi don't go through, but it's now a possibility of a conversation. We don't know which team is going to be looking for half of these spots at this point. So lots more conversation to be had over the next 2.5 days of competition here for Group A.
Yeah, just getting warmed up. Sunday usually not the most exciting with this sort of format, but now with that victory from Endpoint, I dare say it's going to be crucial what those last games will bring to the table.
All right, well, having to stomach a bit of a save here is Team Spirit. Is the saved AK for Magix yet to die with 4 Glocks and 2 flashes. So Magix will be the point man. They have to try and grab him the information and allow him to, look for a pick. But that nade swallowed, 63 points of health remaining here, has been softened up early. Yeah,
that goes directly in the pocket. So the one bit of utility they have left is a flashbang. That's on the back of Patsi's utility belt. As though spots the first, and Brolan will take down Siren, no problem whatsoever. In terms of the setup, 3 players outside A, Chopper holding towards middle, the AK-47 though, in the hands of Boris. Magix will have that at the A ramp, and for now smoked off, and Brolan repositions towards the Palace position. He is a bit of a fiend for feigning smokes, and I'm sure he'll be rewarded once again by holding a very strong position there. A shot from S-Tag doesn't mean too much though, although Magix has got a little bit of control here. If he gets the kill underneath the balcony position, could be everything. But yeah, S-Tag misses the shot, but essentially gets the kill for the team with that flash.
Yeah, and Patsi went to throw one over the wall as well and just fluffed his line. So this one, business looks to be taken care of here. Only Glocks. Only Glocks as an M4. Oh, okay. The lack of ammo there. Wonderful.
No bullets.
Had one in his sights. No ammo left, and it's going to cause a bit of chaos. But all in all, just 1 kill. And that's going to be a 3-2 scoreline now in the favor of NiP.
It's probably the best position they've been in all tournament, to be honest with you, so not bad. After losing the pistol, they're on their feet. They've got S-Tag looking decent with the AWP. Rifle is getting warmed up. Has to be mentioned as well, Hampus having to play with alien gear the last couple of days. Hasn't looked his best, but I'm sure he's getting in the zone now. And hopefully we'll see a decent performance come out of the captain. As we get into round 6 here, grenades be thrown towards top and middle, bomb down until it's T spawn. So not expecting anything too fast here. On top of the mid boxes, Chop up. looking to cause some damage here. It's Rez who's just investigating with the AK-47. More than happy to take the duel right now.
And Rez is one of these players that we know can be a force, but been having a rough go of things in recent time. Let's see if he can find a bit of traction here. Well, I say that, it's the entire team been having a bit of a rough go of things, isn't it?
Yes.
Mollied out of position. Argy-bargy in mid with Patsi as multiple nades land on his dome, but it's Chopper the one to draw first blood. As the aforementioned is now going to sit by the wayside for the remaining minute and 10 and turning their affections towards this A bomb site. Spirit are starting to slowly whir into action here. Connector, Palace, A ramp, even a player just under that window.
Yeah, it's down to S-Tag to deliver here. And Brolan will get the first kill with the CTs, but the aforementioned sniper will be dropped. A lovely shot there from Siren. Should be the round confirmed. There is one last line of defense here, and Brolan, if he takes down Siren, I was about to say if he doesn't get smoked out, he might be able to be onto something here. But Blopsky will bring it into a 3 versus 2. They do fancy it, not done just yet.
Oh,
and that kill
okay.
will actually give them some sort of point of access here.
What's he seeing there? Brolan's just got an absolute freebie through the smoke onto Siren. They have kits, the bomb, still not even halfway gone yet. So coming in from Swarm, Plopsky making some noise. Magix has heard this, and the AWP that's been scooped up from Tag, that has sealed the deal.
Yeah, clean kill as well. That's going to be the round going in Team Spirit's favor, and tying things up at 3-3. Brolan will have to save the M4 here. Got himself 5 kills so far, but this one slips by the wayside. So Team Spirit recover after losing 3 rounds in a row. They post their first real gun round here, and pretty simple A finish. Nothing too flashy, bit of mid-control at the start. Nice pick towards the connector, in towards the A side they go, weakening those defenses, and it's a pretty clean round.
Now, I was going to save this for the second half, but I think contextually speaking of what we want from NiP in this first half is a pretty commanding CT lead because of the stats that Blair pointed out. Now, here's this spam kill from Brolan again. So does he catch anything under this smoke? He's just flicked right there, so maybe you could see something we couldn't through that, but a great kill from Brolan. Now, as mentioned, it was 11.4% win rate for NiP on their T sides. That is 5 out of a possible 44 rounds.
I was going to say, I heard the number 5 being thrown around. I wasn't sure if that was accurate, but yeah, it absolutely is. Nice pick from Rez, aggressive towards middle again. NiP are ready to fight in this position, no problem whatsoever. Coming out on top once more, the in-game leader will be dropped. Rez takes a ton of damage, so we'll reposition. He's actually going to tag out with S-Tag and allow him to go towards the window position with the sniper.
They're ready to deal with B here as well. They still have one player on the catwalk, one player still anchoring the site of Plopsky. This utility from Magix is hoping to be a bit of a ruse here as they throwing deep utility over towards the A side of the map. Still 2 players on B, so this is going to be hard to break. They're going to have to trade efficiently here, Spirit.
Plopsky just looking to do some nade damage here. Brolan gets another kill through the smoke, chat. That's kind of insane how he keeps doing that. Hampers the perfect position here just to lock them in towards the B apartments. A ton of damage, but not quite enough to find his next kill. Wonderful. 50 HP. Magic's just on 9. They're both in the B apartment position. It's a 4 versus 2.
They are locked in. This nade could be perfect. Look at it. Oh!
No, that actually would have got a kill as well.
That would have been great. Could have got both.
Yeah. Oh, you hate to see it, but still, the round's not going to slip out of their grasp, but will they be able to save the AWP? That's going to be the priority now. You can see the money's very low on the Team Spirit side, so hoping to save those weapons. They probably don't get much further in that position Magix is in right now. Just watching for any CTs hunting them. Crazy if he came out that door, surely.
Mega contained, right? Someone just has to dip back and cover the underpass position. But Brolan was there. He knows it's unlikely they chase him. So at this point, they are just locking the door, throwing away the key, making sure that Team Spirit can't leave the B apartments.
Does he check it out after time? Does he go for a little peek? I don't think so. Not on 5 HP.
He's got 3K to his name. You could justify the risk, but no idea what's around the corner. So, yeah, the safer option, as Tag did try his luck, and Wonderful will pip him in the post. Now, what about this one? 25% opening kill success on the T side. So, that's not great.
It doesn't sound great.
What about 36.4% of 5v4 win percentage? They've won 4 of the 11 rounds where they've got the opener.
That's the one that hurts the most.
Yep,
okay,
they can keep coming.
Really bad. Okay, yeah, keep
3% of 4v5s. They've only won 1 round out of the possible 33 when they lost the opening kill.
Stop. Yeah, they're already dead, Chad. They've had enough. And S-Tag, well, he's dishing out some pain himself here. Another opening kill towards Chopper. He's gone down a couple of times at the start here, and this is a desperate round for Team Spirit. They only had a handful of grenades, a few rifles, Sire on the Tech 9. They do have the saved AWP in the hands of Wonderful, and he is a fantastic sniper. Hasn't come fully online yet, but throughout this tournament, he has looked astonishing.
And well, that is the third opening death so far for Chopper in this game.
Oh, really? So, yeah.
We'll keep up with that. That needs to make sure that he's getting the space and not giving up his life, because functioning in a 4v5 disadvantaged situation is never easy, and Hampus wanted to make it even more so. So, glance out mid, still has a full bag of utility on the belt. It's mollied into position for now, but happy enough to stay here and fight, and just trying to get something out of this. The Spirits are regrouping again late, able to get away with the early space, just having to sit here and try and execute into the anchorage of Esatag and Plopsky over towards B again.
All members of Team Spirit make their way over. As mentioned, they don't really have a lot to work with.
Just
a couple of flashes from Patsi. Just throw them both over, boys. Hope for the best. Swarm the bomb site, similar to the pistol, but Plopsky, the incendiary as well. They've got to run the gauntlet through the flames, and in they come one by one. Plopsky opening things up. Good return from Wonderful. He'll need a second here, or Magics will have to kill Hampus towards this bench. They're going to stand a chance. He gives his position up at least. This could get problematic now. Wonderful. Close range shot coming through, but his teammate's already taking a lot of damage here. Still within a shot of the round, but only 10 seconds remain here, Chad. That had to be a kill for them to stand a single chance here. These kills almost in vain because he can no longer plant the bomb. Even if he got that one, the round was over. 3 seconds remaining, and the bomb was actually on the ledge itself up in the B apartment. So a frustrating finish there, and a round that wasn't really in danger of being given away. NiP looking comfortable. Those opening picks, they'll take those all day long. Yeah,
let's see how long they can continue this little streak of opening frags for. Try and keep Spirit as silent as possible. Now, they had the tidy A execute early as their second round. They went to that on the third round, and that's where the problems really started, when they lost to the saved 4 spy weapons.
We're nading window, I'd imagine, or connector.
Yeah, top cat smoke, so the nades to come through. Esatag's about to get a whole lot of sound, but not a whole lot of damage. Look at them, they've been chunked down on their own. They copped a lot of damage there as well.
They ate all the damage. There's maybe a kill there, but the Glock's not going to be enough, and it will be Hampus and Estag just go into town as they look for the clean sweep here. Estag confirms the position of Wonderful himself. He's only got the Glock, worth a jump down, I reckon. And there we go, another clean sweep. And NiP, they needed this confidence booster, and they've certainly come alive here in the first map.
I got there just in the nick of time. Esatag had 35 utility damage, and now he has 209.
No way.
Yeah, that nade managed to do quite a fair share.
That was just one grenade then.
That was beautiful stuff.
Really cool. Good spot.
11 kills for Esatag here, 7 for Hampus, 6 for Brolin, 4 for Rez, and 3 for Plopsky. On the other side, Wonderful and Magics with 7 apiece. Siren with 2, and Chopper and Patsi yet to get activated with only a kill between them. Well, kill each, so 2 kills between them.
Yeah. Oh, Chopper taking the damage at the start there. Hampus actually dishes out about 50 damage at the start of the round there. He hasn't seen anyone. So good stuff. Rez in a prime position to actually finish those kills off, I would say. Chopper, remember, he's low. Oh, doesn't happen. Good
pressure
shot.
on Plopsky.
Very nice shot from Chopper. One dink and he was done for.
Hit the brakes here. Thought they might have started to skyrocket on towards the B bomb site. So with all this room, they're just going to hit the brakes.
Well, with the bomb all the way in T-spawn, maybe it was for the best. Get everyone together. They can still go back towards A if required, and it looks to be the case, actually. They only have 1 smoke. That'll be used for CT spawn. Molotov's available as well. Throw one underneath the balcony. 1 towards default. Flash over, deep breath, get in there with the 5-on-4 advantage. It's about as good as it can get.
This is very hard for Esatag. He's close A ramp with an AWP. So he might get the first kill, but he really should be traded on the second. It's just they're not really adopting the buddy system just yet. The timing, the pacing, they've given him a chance. Esatag doesn't know the 2 are close on the left here. We'll have to hit some bangers. First shot missed. The pressure coming. Has one. The Tech-9 comes out and he swoops in, but Chopper will get the better of him.
It could be enough. 2 players very low indeed, and Brolin, he's been getting kills through smoke all game, so a couple of low HP members right in front of him here. Spots Patsi towards shore, can't convert the kill though. Does get another ding through though, so 3 are low. Plopsky, if he can deny the plant, the round's back on, but here we go. Planted in the smoke, and there's another smoke frag. 3 versus 2.
Hampus is clearing out top mid right now. I don't know if he's going to find Patsi, who's tucked into a very passive position in the ladder room. So Hampus trying to account for Patsi, but being safe on the lurk, trying to secure this round. The bomb is not planted for connector, though. That's the bigger issue. But if Plopsky can get into the site, and no, never mind now. I was going to say tap the bomb. It would draw them into the open because of where it was planted. Right. The only player who would have been able to stop her is the player up towards the palace position of Magics, who is now repositioned far away. Plopsky hanging around for some consolation frags on the way out the door. Maybe wants the AWP to get blown in his direction.
That makes sense. It could actually find its way towards CT spawn, and it's actually going to
over the fence. Over the fence.
It's been knocked for 6. It's out of the ground.
You never love it because you know this sometimes goes to the next door neighbor's house that you don't really big fan of. You got to send mum around. It's not what you want.
Back, please. No,
okay.
You may not.
Well, good round for Spirit. They cop all that damage early. It was that kill from Chopper. I believe it was onto Rez in the ladder room, so that was a nice opener.
And he was low HP as well. They did a lot of damage at the top and middle. Still had the confidence to challenge Rez, and I have to say, look, that Rez had him dead to rights, but not meant to be. 6-4. Money's still pretty good on the CT side. They're fully equipped once again with the S-Tag AWP. This time it's actually in the B bomb sites. So a change of pace here. Hampers off towards short. Rez makes his way towards connector from the window itself. And it's going to be... What is going on today, Chad? Have they actually got 16-bit enabled or something? What's going on?
The amount of smoke kills is getting out of control.
We've only had 10 rounds, and we've had about 5 smoke kills. Just cleanly, like, we can't even explain why they're finding them.
No, he's just got, yeah, I guess.
He could be there.
They watch the demos, guys.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, that's it. So, great stuff. You'll take them all day long.
Oh, you will, you will. Not the intention of that smoke, or did they go a little bit higher? Regardless, it's plumed. Chopper, another first death. We'll make that 4 in the column now.
Careful, Rez. It's not a frag you have to take. Patsi in towards the connector. S-Tag with the brutal flashbangs. We've seen some great assists from him so far. Patsi has been one of the key fraggers for Team Spirit in this tournament. So with the slow down, Rez might be getting false information here, thinking it's clear if Patsi can thread the needle, which he will. Lovely shot, very calm. Takes down Rez, and now that's the A bomb site under contention here.
Yeah, great opener here from Patsi to draw things level. 30 seconds left. They have to deal with Sandwich and CT. So running in between a bit of a 180 flick between the two. The hard clear from Magix. It hasn't come through just yet, but needs to and will. The plant now facilitated this AWP spam from S-Attack. Does he want to consider it? Won't be able to find the shot in time, and Magix has been able to backpedal. A difficult retake for NiP. Almost goes to a 3-on-3.
Yeah, that looked promising with the spam, but Magix will make it away with 7 HP, and it's enough. This A bomb site, they seem to be finding relative success. Every kind of, not even execution, just play in towards the bomb site. They'll look for a gap, an opportunity, take it, and if they find that kill, they're more than happy to make their way in, and it works out a couple of times for them here. It was all down to Patsi spotting that gap. Rez looking away for around 5 seconds, comes back. He's already out, and then very difficult to hold the bomb site there. The smokes are dropped. You've got a man disadvantage. The AWP's out of position. And there we have it, 6-5. So that's going to be 2 rounds in a row now for Team Spirit, but saving 2 M4s, the AWP should be able to purchase one more time here.
Well, let's return to the how bad NiP's T-side storyline has been, okay? So 2.8 utility average damage around on the T side so far. The nearest team to them is Na'Vi, who have 13.8. This is just shy of 5 times the amount that NiP do in a round.
Okay, well...
So this is lovely. Mr. Ben Essio is outlined. I just have to read. I don't even have to find the stats. It's all done for me.
I will say, I feel like these few games we've seen from them, it feels like anomalies. As we said, coming into this tournament...
Well, he's here in Malta too.
Nice, good job. I feel like coming into this tournament, a lot of people rated NiP highly.
Sure.
And we're looking for a promising result here, maybe 2nd or 3rd. Right now, it's even, can they even get close to that? Can even take a map in this group? And still up for debate here, Chad. It was a good start, but Team Spirit are hot on their heels now, it has to be said. They're looking quite confident here. And on the T side, if they can just get 6 or 7 rounds, I'll be happy with that. Magix, Patsi, working in tandem towards that A ramp, and Brolan. He'll be the one to be removed this time.
Yeah, first time they've had a bit more pep in their step looking for an opener like that. So cool little change up. It's been very heavy mid from NiP in a lot of these rounds, and the lurk over towards the B bomb site of Siren. He could get activated here if he gets let off the leash from the in-game leader, Chopper. They have a lot of room. They have a lot of utility, they have a lot of time, and NiP are the ones who are scratching their heads looking for answers. Look how passive they are. They don't have any information whatsoever.
Plopsky in a rough spot here. The B execution comes out, he's in a lot of trouble. It's a bit of a fake towards A as well. Chopper and Magix providing the fireworks.
But they can't know it's a fake, because this is the issue. There's nobody in front of all of this utility to be able to call out, hold up a second, it isn't actually A. They have to acknowledge it. NiP have put themselves in a position where Rez, he's the first reporter on the scene. He has Hampus not too far behind, and S-Attack's here too. Oh, but it's not enough. He spots him short. Siren gets Plopsky. They're into B. It's another save.
It is, absolutely is, Chad. No doubt about it. They could have taken Magix there. They don't quite check the sandwich area. Maybe Rez will. Yeah, he definitely will. Yeah. Oh, he doesn't, but gets away with it. Nice shot from Rez, but all in vain in terms of winning the round. It's quite an easy one there from Team Spirit. A lovely fake, to be fair. I'm assuming they threw the connector smoke from outside the B bomb site itself just to provide a bit more conviction behind it. But still, well read, well handled, and Plopsky couldn't get anything going. Looked like he had the angle correct, but just didn't land the shot.
Yeah, I want to make sure they don't give away any of these guns here. NiP with the loss bonus where it is halfway, they might be able to get a couple of drops if they'd like. It's going to be touch and go. All tied up here. Yeah, look, something that Spirit have been doing well is in the mid-rounds after they get the opening picks, really moving their pieces around the board quite well. And I thought Endpoint were doing the same thing earlier today against Na'Vi. Like, they'd have the early exchanges, they'd find themselves in a 3-on-4 or a 4v3, or maybe even a 4v4 sometimes, and they were able to outmaneuver Na'Vi. And you got Spirit doing similar scenes right here. Okay, so there you go. You can see those two smokes.
Yeah, that comes from B, right? So, lovely work.
Fake.
This was Rez. I'm not sure if he actually checked it. No, he didn't, right? So he actually had to snap onto his head. That was quite fortunate for him. And we'll take a timeout here. This is the first for the Ninjas, actually. So, DGL working out what the game plan's going to be. As mentioned, the money's not fantastic for them.
Looks like they've been able to drop enough here.
Yeah, they've got enough to go around. They've got the AWP on the ground, and that'll be scooped by S-Tag. They've got the 3 rivals so far, and I'm sure Plopsky will be given something to work with as we enter round number 13. Hasn't been the flashiest game so far. No huge clutches, just your basic defaults into some fakes and executions, and then a CT save usually.
Well, this might have some pace to it. So quickly over towards the B apartments with a couple. Fast mid-util as well. They really want to get stuck in. A B split against Plopsky's Famis would be great. And Chopper, instead of an opening death, an opening kill.
Yeah, he's sorting those stats out, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going to fix his little column right there. He's doing a great job. And I thought it was going to be quick towards B. It doesn't have to be fast anymore. Just do what you do. Be the puppet master. Pull NiP all across the map. This time, instead of being in a passive stance, they're quite aggressive towards Palace and A-Ram. They're having to rejig right now when they see extra utility getting limped out all over the map. Look how many smokes there are right now. 4 smokes.
We've got S-Tag, who was in that Palace position, but now falling back towards CT spawn. This should be a kill for Hampers. Chopper, though,
just walks around the corner.
Gives him the kiss of death. And now Plopsky with that FAMAS. He's got a lot of work to do, and Chopper's playing it well. Keep his attention there. Lock them in the bomb site. Brolan will be there with Plopsky, and S-Tag now, he knows he needs to go back. There's a chance they go all the way in towards A.
Oh, they're continuing this smoke and mirrors here. So they've juked them so many times, they think this time we're going to actually fake that, hope that they drop all the way back and over-rotate for us, and they have a Chopper again, a re-initiation, the 3rd time, and Chopper's looking for 4 kills. Magix is going to steal that one, but it's the round, 7-6.
Really cool stuff, like very well played. Like, as you mentioned, they've already put the fear of God in them. So many back and forths, and they're just pumping the brakes. Just for 5 seconds, yeah, there's enough to go, oh, wait, they're not committing. Go back, go back. And then the setup is completely discombobulated, and the short player gets dropped, and it's Chopper. He'll finally be silenced here, but he's done enough. That's a captain's performance there. S-Tag desperately trying to hold onto the weapon. A decent flashbang, but he's got a lot more angles to worry about here. Patsi seals the deal, and surely will bring us one of the first NiP ecos here.
Okay, well,
fist bump's a little bit more somber now, I would say.
It's especially knowing with all those stats that we've just divulged for all of you, how badly their T-sides have gone. It is going to have to be a completely different looking NiP today on their attack. This is great from Chopper. Some clean kills, getting some revenge for the last few opening deaths that he's been giving over.
That was for Plopsky. He had to hold that awkward angle, and then Chopper just doesn't face him for 7 or 8 seconds, and then as soon as he pulls a grenade out, that's when he comes flying. Yeah, hate to see that. So Hampus, boosted up, looking towards middle. As usual, has been an important area here for Mirage, but not too much aggression from either side. Much more of a default setup here for Team Spirit, but no one towards A, chats. Maybe a B split up towards Shore here. Looks to be the most likely, but they will be walking in towards Hampus' boost here, and he doesn't connect really at all. If anything, they've got a hightail and he'll go down, yeah. As soon as you got that information, you know you've done a bit of damage, like why not go finish them off?
But just revving the engine, wearing his leather jacket, just...
Damn.
Absolutely dismantling them here. Okay, S-Tag wants some fight. He's got the highest amount of frags, 15 to his name. He's going to look for more, but the lack of armor there, you can see how that affects him in that duel. Patsi will dispatch of him, and it's just Brolan and Plopsky to find. A well-placed smoke will hold them at bay for now.
for now. But it also takes away his vision and information. He knows he saw them, but what can he really do with that? Patsi confirms a second player towards the window position. That's going to be Plopsky with the 5-7. And they're happy to wait this smoke out. They don't really need to do anything too major right here. And there it is, the confirmed kill. Presumably confirmed the round as well. They saw Plopsky towards the window, but checking every single angle just in case he managed to slip out.
Patience is key in Counter-Strike. Who would have thunk it?
Oh, what?
Okay, nice shot, Plopsky. You got any more of those for us?
Okay, that makes things interesting at least. He still has an AK-47, under HP, make it 0. Siren, a risky peak, I would say, but still, if you hit the shot, no harm, no foul, doesn't get the AWP. And that's Team Spirit winning the half here, Chad. After what looked like a fantastic start, they were 6-3 up on the Ninja side. We now go into round number 15, where they'd be gagging for this one. They really would like to get that 7th round. They've lost a half, but if they can split it right down the middle, that would be at least a bit of a better situation for them.
It's a great half for Spirit, considering they lost that force buy, or the double dip of the force buy on the third round of the game as well, right? That could be one that really starts to unravel teams, but they've been able to hold on, be resilient with this, and battle back. So NiP want to try and hold their heads high going into the 2-minute ad break coming up next. They might want a round, but another new look, just walking. Contact play out onto A.
Roland in a position to be aware of that. The flashbang confirms it. Oh no, he can't connect the dots at all. He needs to reload as well. Smoking towards the Palace position. Molotov's coming in. He's taking a lot of damage here, and he does manage to get one at least, Chad. So man advantage still for NiP, and Hampus coming in from the backlines here. Wonderful with the AWP. Could be in a lot of trouble here. He's got the bomb on his back as well. If he gets dropped, which I didn't think he would for a second.
He's hit a couple of those, hasn't he?
Good grenade from Hampus. That confirms that they will get round number 7 here. Just Magic's left, and there we go. It's a very competitive game. Like I said, not the flashiest, but NiP looking like they're at least in the conversation to pick up their first map here in EPL. Their T-sides have been woeful so far in the tournament. We need to see a much better looking from them, but let's see what they can do after this break. Do not go anywhere.
Smoke clears, I'll still be on my feet. Forget all of my fears, cause I know my destiny. I feel a champion waking inside of me. It's emotion, the legends spoken. This is my moment. Can't break my focus, know where I'm going. This is my moment.
Welcome back to ESL Pro League Season 16, Day 3. Game 2, half number 1 has been concluded, Chad, as we'll see NiP now trailing 7-8. And it's the battle of the dark horses here, duking it out and hoping to pick up their first map are the Ninjas. How's it looking so far?
Yeah, I think it's a decent map at this juncture, but I'm a little bit worried for NiP with those T-stat woes that we've really been touting here today. So the question is, was that just day 1 and 2, and is day 3 looking completely different? Well, we're about to find out.
I know they're much stronger than what they've put down so far. I think we all know that. Sure, it's been a rough start, but plenty more CS to be played, and we'll get into it, shall we, Patsi? Spotting a couple of players towards the B apartments here. Hampus patrolling middle with the Meta P250 armor combo. A couple of them, actually. Brolan's got the same setup.
Silently have a lot of control here. Beaky's head up through connector, has to deal with triple box on the site here at Rez. Slightly worrisome, these USPs could glance out, but same as the P250. Hampus' first blood, wonderful dead, and Hampus, that is looking clean. Exactly what they need from the in-game leader. His pattern style of getting up close and personal has worked out for 2 big kills, and I think we could easily call that A8. So this is the start they're looking for, an entry kill, a conversion. There we go, we can add a couple of numbers.
Yeah, no real damage taken, and well, there it is. I spoke too soon. It will be res to be dropped by Chopper. And yeah, the round is over, but saving the defuse kit, the smoke, the armor, like, it's all worthwhile.
Now, there's a hotly contested debate going online at the moment, Henry.
Oh, yeah? Go on.
We know that Parla, Maui, and Blair have dubbed themselves the Night Shift.
Right.
And it's a lot of contention around that. Because back in my day...
it's early afternoon.
Yeah, the Night Shifts traditionally would be nighttime and sometimes even going into the next day.
Right.
And I know that Harry, Hugo, Trace, they all have something to say about this as well. And Harry said, this is a quote, so we got no fanfare when we did it for like 2 years. Not to mention, back in my day, the night shift started in the nighttime, i.e. the sun had to have set in the sky. If kids are still at after-school club when you start, it's not a night shift. Make nights night again.
I think it's a fair comment.
I think so too.
On Harry's side here, which I haven't said too often.
I'm all for hashtags. I just think the night shift, you know, it seems like they're up all night.
Yeah.
They're not up all night.
Yeah, actually, I'm actually going to get on board with this campaign myself. Where's my phone? Let's get involved, shall we?
Bring down the night shift.
Exactly.
Hashtag bring down the night shift.
Well, we do have the second round here. Rifles out in full force for the Ninjas in pajamas. Couple of Galils make it 3, 1 AK-47. And Team Spirit, of course, forced by into this one. Wonderful. A bit of an old school approach. He's given himself a bit more money to get the AWP and the first gun round. You can still see he's got $1,300 there. So making sure he gets his primary weapon, which is key, I would say. It's been himself and Patsi Magics that have looked fantastic, but Wonderful has been delivering on all fronts with that sniper rifle.
Yeah, and that scout, let's just point out a couple of extra details here for everybody at home, right? Because this is what makes all of this possible. You know, when you see second round 4 spies on the T side and the AKs are in some players' hands, well, they have to get dropped those. And in this situation, it's similar. Wonderful to have that amount of cash left. Choppers had to donate him that scout, right? So they're actually, this is the team element of Counter-Strike. When you see it, you guys don't get the little indicators on your screen at home if you're watching in a demo or if you're watching on a traditional Go TV. But we can see that that is Chopper's scout in Wonderful's hand. But I'm a little bit worried about the amount of time on the clock here for NiP. 40 seconds yet to start entering into a site.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried as well. I wasn't before, but now you've mentioned it. Could be problematic. The good thing is they have got full connector control. 2 players towards the ramp. It's Magics and Wonderful. That scout could be an issue. If he hits a tag, the MP9 will chew them up. And he does. He takes Rez down to 31 points of health here. What's going to happen next as we hit the 20-second mark on the clock? Still a player towards the Palace position. Wonderful will strike back. There's the first kill with that scout. And Magics, is he undetected?
Just deny the plant, son.
Oh, he is. Chatty might have done enough here.
Oh, they get it down. They get it down.
No. So he still gets himself 3 massive kills, though. Hampus left in the 3 versus 1. Thankfully, the bomb on his side, but fortune is not. Siren will finish him off there, and it's the scout tags, the hidden MP9, and Magics waits for the prime moment to strike, and does he ever find it, Chad? He doesn't deny the plan, but he single-handedly wins the round.
That was massive stuff. That was great work from him. And yeah, I thought he had to deny the plant for them to win the round, but the fact that low HP, he still gets that kill. The second is massive, and the third player was on low HP, so that was an absolute gimme there. That little pocket rocket of the MP9, just fury. He doesn't worry worry about the kill. He tries to deny the plant, doesn't get there in time, pivots back because he knew where Rez was, and this is the nice kill here. Actually, they were both low. So you saw assist there in the feed from Wonderful and Chopper, so great work. And that's a huge round. This is NiP's T-side woes coming back to rear their ugly heads.
Yeah, you're dead on there. You mentioned the clock could be a problem for them, and the scramble to get the plant down is indicative of that being an issue. Couldn't cover all the angles, just had to go for the plant before things got out of hand, but didn't account for one position, and Magic's, he'll punish them. And they're going to force Spy back with an AK of their own. 4 Deagles surrounding it, and they've opted for more utility rather than firepower here, Chad.
Yeah, and understandably so. They want to try and get this map control and close down some of the distances here. So waiting for the early aggression of Spirit. Nothing is coming NiP's way. Regrouping top mid. With Hampus under that window for now. The run boost will be the first point to initiate. Not a flash.
No one there to receive it, so it will just be nice to look at. The idea is you take the crosshair away from the sniper, your teammates can swing out at the same time, go for the 1D, can hopefully boost up, get the gun, and Bob's your uncle.
Chopper's going to go for a glance here. I think he's going to regret that one. Nice shot from Plopsky. Patsi with one back in exchange, and Wonderful has the AWP now. It's not the scout. One bullet of this, it will hurt.
Well, he allows his presence to be known. They're still up for it though, but the flashbang will avert his crosshair for now. So they're going to have to make their scramble towards the A side, but what a crossfire this is. AWP and CT spawn. No utility left to actually get over towards bomb site. And Rez, sure, he's got the AK, but they're losing time here in more ways than one. Every second that goes by, more CTs are getting closer, and the chance of them planting is getting slimmer. So there it is, Siren to get 2 tidy kills, and that was the force by an opening 1 Deag, but it amounts to almost nothing.
Yeah, look, it was a nice shot, and I was just sitting here going, how is Spirit still competitive, right? They had, once upon a time, they had Mia, they had Dexter, they had a bunch of these.
Right.
Like, Mia's over there in Entropic now. Apparently, he was hard to work with. That could be conjecture. I don't have that as first-hand information, but that's what the grapevine was telling me. And, you know, Dexter's now over there in OG. He gets a lot of praise for being an AWPing presence, but Wonderful's here. He does more than an exemplary job. And you've got the likes of Magix and Patsi. The Des pointed out that they all had the same rating coming into this series, which is crazy to have your 3 fraggers. And then you have your safety shoot of Siren when you need him, and your in-game leader of Chopper. So this team seems to be functioning as it needs to. Yeah,
very good point there. I guess a couple of hiccups against Endpoint, but after taking down Na'Vi 2-0, I guess you can say fair play. They lost Ancient in overtime, but managed to come back on Vertigo and win in overtime. So it was a 2-1 affair against the Brits there. So Team Spirit, bit of a bumpy start, but were never considered favorites in the group. Like I said, dark horses, and I guess that's the same for NiP now. They really have to be something quite special to have a standard chance of getting out of the group, considering they haven't won a map yet. So
giddy up.
Here's the run boost again, Chad. We'll see if we can see its full effect. You don't want to swing out.
Pre-aiming it, though.
Right. he is still ready for it somehow.
The young gun with the AWP trained, and yeah, it's feeling flat. So I can't wait for Ben to accumulate those extra T-side stats once this one comes to its conclusion.
Nice shot.
Steady aim, and continues just to find the fights. These are everybody's favorite, the Eco Bash.
Yeah, you got to love it.
Patters.
No better feeling than a couple of Eco frags. Well, this tag tries to sneak a kill out of the Palace, but he is punished.
The Glock kill at range from Hampus there.
Lovely.
Okay, not bad. It's one and done.
Well, logic dictates, Chad, that NiP are in a lot of trouble now. After winning the pistol, losing the second round, it's cost them 3 in a row. Their T-stats have been abysmal. And haven't had much to say in the last few, but they have got a full buy here at least. Missing a few of the bells and whistles. Even after that full eco, S-Tag just has 1 smoke. No sniper and the AK-47. So another difficult round, but up against a double AWP setup for the first time. Patsi and Wonderful dual wielding. Let's go.
Interesting. So that's going to free Wonderful up a little bit here within the early stages. You could see actually starting over towards B quite aggressively here. So he's going to lock off that side of the map on his absolute lonesome, and a heavy stack, here it is, heavy stack over towards A and middle right now. So NiP with this util, right, you want to hold on to it for as long as you can, and sitting behind the top mid box, hoping when it gets cleared, they think nobody's home. That's not the case whatsoever.
A split of sorts here, S-Tag towards the Palace. 4 teammates towards Connector, Chopper. Takes some damage, but he just wants to drop that smoke. That's all he's there for. Actually, off to the incendiary instead, not feeling too comfortable yet. So What's the next play? 1 minute hits. Good nade. Ooh, very good nade.
They had 4 players. Okay, Chopper's just had the one-way cheeky business. He's pushed in through their own smoke, been able to find the kill on Duplopsky, giving them the opener here. Good stuff from Chopper, up to 10 kills now. Patsi with this secondary AWP, trained at the ready. Saw something that he liked the look of, but neither of the 2 first shots are landing. The third no good either, but Magix is here. A flood flash under pressure. Tag alleviating some of it now.
Well, now they've got 2 AWPs on the retake here, or potential retake. The bomb still has to be planted, of course, but not much to speak of.
He was trying to go to B.
Borland's got the bomb. He needs to be very careful. His Siren's watching it, sort of. If he goes down here, oh, he's got away with it.
Just. Siren looks back. What a massive shot!
It's done. They can't do anything about it. It's all over, and that's going to be 12-8 NiP now with these sort of awkward rounds. This is where you start to doubt yourself, and you've gone down to $2,000. That'll be 13-8. Your T-sides, you know in the back of your mind they haven't been good, and that last-minute decision to go towards B was a nice idea, but he checks it and finds the bomb. He was seconds away from making it to B.
Yeah, the fact that Hampus went on his own, I'm like, all right, well, he's looking for a gap right there. But Brolin tried to follow in his footsteps, and yeah, it feels like a lack of confidence or getting it together. Chopper's more than happy, having a giggle about that one. Probably can't believe what he just saw, because back down to just these pebbles and pistols for NiP. Fast as you like. Brolin cops so much damage.
Ooh.
1 HP.
The nade tickles him.
Make a wish, son. Happy to be alive.
Wow. So not a full investment here, a partial buy for sure, 3 smokes. And yeah, officially will be removed now. He enjoyed his extra 10 seconds on the map though, I'm sure.
And then the Bloodseeker nade comes in. Can see when players are below. Oh, on red HP.
Wow.
They're handling this, Henry. Everybody's here who needs to be here. They're not doing aggressive mid setup, so if NiP want to look for openings.
I'm sort of believing. No, okay, well that might be it for the round. Yeah, that definitely confirms it. Rez creeps out of the palace, but he's quickly pushed back into the grave.
Who do you want to tailor your playstyle after here? You know, who you like at the look of? Who you got? This is how Henry G's going to reinvent himself in the server.
I like what Chopper's doing, you know?
Okay.
I enjoy
the aggressive in-game leader role.
He doesn't mind going down, and when he's hitting his shots, it looks spectacular. I'd like to say wonderful as well, but I don't think I'm young enough to pull off that playstyle.
They're a bit too flicky these days.
Yeah, like, he's got the reaction speed of a fighter pilot, it seems, and don't think I've got that anymore.
But we did it, yes, and we did that test back when we were 17, 18 years of age, back in America, in Marina Del Rey. Was it Marina Del Rey?
No, it wasn't. What?
I thought it was Marina Del...
Wasn't that? We had this the other day. We were like... maybe
Lana Del Rey is the singer.
Maybe it was Marina Del Rey.
That was, okay, Marina Del Rey was the location. Okay, and we were talking about the Hawaiian-themed restaurant with the milkshakes that Fifi loved.
Yeah, true. We did the fights part of reaction test. I can't remember if I was any good at it. I didn't think I ever was at those things.
The FPS we were, right? It was the consoles who weren't.
Right, yeah.
There was a little bit of a difference there.
I guess if you're, like, I don't know, if you're a fighting games player, you're working with frames usually. So I'd say your reaction speed is pretty good to play that game. I don't know. We were playing Dead or Alive though. It wasn't necessarily
Maybe it's when they tested the FIFA.
True.
Yeah, the FIFA guys maybe didn't have the best stat lines right there.
Okay, ladies and gents, 13-8, the first map of this best of 3, chosen by Team Spirit. NiP don't mind this at all. Looks like there's going for on straight up execution towards A. All else has failed at this point. They found themselves in a very tough spot. Wonderful boosted up towards the apartments. In terms of the A defense, we've got Patsi in the connector, Chopper in CT spawn, and Magix rotating back over. Yeah, and well timed. They just block the top of A ramp now. That has bought time for that rotation. You mentioned of Magix, and he's even juggling some nades. Look at all the extra util he has over towards Firebox. Little reservoir. Yeah, you need to keep eyes on these stashes because they can make a big difference. And here comes the execute. There's 1 incendiary. There's 2 incendiary. Good luck. Come on in. Make it 3. The water's warm. He just threw 3 incendiaries at A ramp. You're right, yeah. This is getting out of control, Spirit. They stack as well, so you would instantly be dead if you walked into it. That is ridiculous what they just pulled off. That's a really cool idea though, isn't it? Yeah. Knowing that they had that set up if it was going to be an A execute, they blocked at the right time. He got back and rotated in time to throw that util. This should be Spirit's round. Should be, but it's still winnable for NiP, for sure. Well, maybe not anymore. Chopper from beneath the balcony punishes a couple of them. Magix will join in as well, and this is just done. S-Tag will have to fall back 14-8, and once again, Chad, they've only won the pistol so far. That is going to be 6 rounds in a row on the CT side. They're sure they've got maximum loss bonus, but team spirit and touching distance are closing this one out.
I'm like one of the leaders of the Mirage dislike club.
Same,
I won't say
I'm with
hate.
you.
I don't hate it. I've just seen
don't like
enough
playing
of it.
it, you know, it's
But
just not
spirit
fun.
are making me like it. Like
Okay,
with
the
those
way they're
little,
playing?
yeah, they're not just fighting mid. They're not just playing it like aim map. You know, they got some nice, cool ideas, some fun setups, good utility usage, good executes. They're faking stuff out. They don't have a coach. The admin behind him, he looks like he's having a good time. Everything's going well for Spirit.
Himself,
yeah, he's probably listening to him. He's like, well, these guys sound happy. I'm happy. Yeah, don't worry about that boost. I like the replay, but oh, here we go. Okay, we're getting it from, all right. We saw it from multiple, well, they missed the boost initially. So if the bottom guy has to stand, make sure he doesn't go too close to the ledge because you can't make the jump from sight up there. But all good in the hood, 14-8. Soon to be 15 and 16. Well, that'll come too.
Oh, they have to buy. They can't recover a 15-8 scoreline. It's just not going to happen. They'll have to go into the Galils here, and you can hear them roaring away at the top of middle. Limited utility, but enough. I've said that a few times, to be honest with you. It hasn't been enough at all. But we'll see what round number 23 leads us. And for now, very quiet. Top of middle control for Brolam, but it's behind those mid boxes for now. And Siren could be going for a B push here with the back of a Patsi behind him. Once he confirms the close areas are clear, he might fancy this one. I don't mind this at all. I don't think there's anyone to say otherwise here.
Now look how passive Rez is towards the underpass. So they're just hoping nobody pushes as they limp out this mid util. They're doing it at a minute. They haven't been jarring to Spirit at all, who for once a little bit lighter on the util, but again ahead of the rotation, and that's facilitated by Siren calling B completely clear. Now, if they were to try and split B, that would be the perfect call. Straight up the catwalk into the site is one of the only free runways right now, but they're walking into A.
They absolutely are. Deep breath, lads. In we go, and it's up to Patsi with the Tech 9. I dare say he can get a couple here. He might not have to. They're getting absolutely mowed down, but still in with a chance of the round. Maybe not so much anymore. Boris the Butcher, he's making light work of them. Chopped liver, if you will. And that's going to be 15-8.
This is a nice selection of meats that Magix has put out for here today. We like the smoke he was throwing on Vertigo yesterday, and we're loving the impact he's having today. What a game. We have Nuke coming up next as map number 2.
I love this not even an exciting statement the way you've said it. It's just like, well, we know this one's over, and please stay around. Do not turn off your sets. We promise it will get better.
Well, there might be some more antics. I believe that there will be probably a bit of discussion on the desk about...
a strong Nuke team, right? Like, historically, they haven't necessarily been the last couple of days, but there's a map they can play, and hopefully they can show up. But let's just rush A, lads. Let's get it over with, shall we? Yeah, Stags has jumped out, and I think he's going down quite quickly. Well,
with the ship?
That's not
he's not the captain,
much,
but he's going down with the ship here.
That's not done much at all.
Well, adventurous as Hampus will find something. Siren silenced over towards B. That's
good shot.
A massive shot from Hampus here, taking matters into his own hands. So a lot of leg room now if they want to rotate that bomb back over. Hampus trying to hightail it behind, but they're giving Patsi a chance to find some picks. Rez.
Yeah, the problem is he's got all that space towards B with the bombs on the other side, so
they can drop back, though.
They could, but they're not.
Okay, well, I guess Patsi has to start accounting for this eventually, and this is where Hampus is the most susceptible. You can see him starting to make his way in towards that window room. There could be two backs turned as Chopper starts to walk his way up cap, but he won't be considering the window. And he's not looking the right way. This should be a couple more kills for Hampus. A third frag in the round as Patsi's found another from the ticket booth position. It is a 2-on-2.
Here we go. Magix, though. Incredible form right now. 23-6. I dare say he's got another kill. And unfortunately for him, not another. It's going to be the 9th round for NiP, a laboured round, to say the very least. They do save the AWP, though. A captain's performance there from Hampus takes matters into his own hands. It was S-Tag that ran out towards A. I guess bought some space towards the B side of the map and allows Hampus to get in there. But that was just raw aim. There was no real strategy there. There was nothing really like, that's not a set piece they're running. And the good news is, we mentioned it, Hampus had some trouble with his gear coming into this tournament, and at least he's fragging hard. Like, he's looking comfortable. That's something.
He had a very off day on day one, which is not expected with Hampus.
Even if it's the same gear, it's in the back of your head, right? Even if you've got to replace and it's the same model, like, it doesn't feel quite right, and if you're not having a good game, you can let that get in your head. I understand those things. So it's nice to see him fragging. Not all is lost. This is the pick a team spirit. So anyway, we'll see whether they can get a few more rounds on the board. Looking for double digits here. Magix might get caught out. Times it well.
Perfect timing of this.
Oh, hello.
Wonderful not missing, is he? 14 kills, and he's been able to to a little bit more damage, and Hampers, the hero of the last. The man you were just praising is dead already. Chopper again from impact towards this connector area, and it's just 3 more kills. It should have felt like it went down last round, but looking like it'll go down this one.
Incendiary for them.
Can't move.
And now they can't see.
Yeah, and Magic's can hear it too, so just waltz on in towards the sandwich position. He's going to drop that bomb. The full rotation can start coming now, unless Plopsky and Rez can do anything about this, but wonderful. So they'll take a few steps forward, tries to clear out Ticket, and, well, punches Plopskis. It's one man standing. Rez, a hope, a dream, a 1-on-5, but this one is looking done, dusted, and Nuke moments away.
Oh, well, he's going to bleed it out. You've got to respect it, Chad. He wants to see if he can get at least 1 more kill, but I feel like this will be it. And there we have it. It looked like a competitive game in the first few rounds. NiP was 6-3 up. It looked like we were going to have a very close game, but once they got onto that T side once again, it all falls apart. This is getting really problematic for the Ninjas. Not all is lost yet. We still have another map to go, which is their pick of Nuke. They've got to step it up, but they'll be starting on the T side there as well. We'll take a break and be back with the desk.